Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. So first I want to say that if you're not following me on Twitter, I did state on Friday that I was sick. I'm still recovering. It's been a pretty speedy recovery, but definitely a rough weekend. But in this video I wanted to go over 3 items that have been sort of rebalanced for those of you who do not keep up with like patch notes, or you don't keep up with the meta as far as like popular items to use. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the Bluestone pennant starter item. Now, originally the starter item was just regenerating your mana really quickly, but it turned out to be too good. Everybody was using it and they just got nerfed. And then after nerfed, it didn't really get too much use out of anybody. People just went to death's toll, things like that. So now they changed it up a bit. They changed the base stats. Now it gives you physical power. It still does give you the mana that it kind of originally was kind of focused on. And then the passive is most importantly what we're looking at here. Enemies hit by your damaging abilities take 30 physical damage over 2 seconds. Max stacks 2 stacks. Now, especially in the early game, which obviously is a starter item, so that's when you'll be using it. This is an incredible amount of damage from a starter item. What this has been doing, if you've been watching this Smite Pro League this past weekend, you saw a lot of Sun Wukongs, and they've been doing an incredible amount of damage, and it's because of the Bluestone pennant on top of your magic cudgel, which does additional damage on minions and things like that. So it's a really strong starter item. Now, I'm not sure how long this is going to be strong for any really experienced Smite players. Let me know if this Bluestone pennant is in a good spot, or does it need to be nerfed or changed or just removed altogether. So if you are a solo laner, or you're a hunter that mostly uses their abilities to, damage your enemies or clear minions, this is probably a good pickup for you if you have not done it so already. Now, let's get to the next item I wanted to talk about. This has been seeing some game time actually from the support players in the SPL, seeing the Mail of Renewal. It's been buffed numerous times, changed around because nobody really picked it up in the past. Now it's somewhat decent now, giving you the protection and health, so it's definitely a tanky item. Slightly pricey, maybe a little pricey with a 2415, but it's not too bad. It could have been much worse. Cooldown reduction, you can never go wrong with cooldown reduction with any god, really. It's a great stat to have. But we're mostly looking at the passive. You gain 20% of your HP and mana over the next 5 seconds when you get a kill or an assist against an enemy god or an objective. So 20% of your HP and mana, of course, that's quite a bit, honestly. Especially, it doesn't look like it has a time where this can only be like, let's say this stat can only be activated once every 30 seconds. It doesn't say that, so I assume if you get like on a killing spree or something like that, you can really just regenerate your HP back up without needing healer. I can see this being really useful in Assault. So if you're like a support player in Assault, or you're playing a warrior or whatever, you can pick this up and boom, there's all your HP back and mana back, and you can just sustain yourself in the Assault game mode without having a healer or salvation or meditation, things like that. So it's been seeing more popularity, so be sure to check it out if you want and see how you like it. Now, the last item I wanted to talk about is the Soul Eater. It's got reworked a little bit. It gives you a good amount of HP, which you can never go wrong with HP. Lifesteal, actually more lifesteal than Aussie, but keep in mind Aussie is a lot cheaper. So more lifesteal, a little bit less attack speed than Aussie, but not too bad. Go from 15%, 20%, not too bad. And the Aura passive is really good, because don't forget the Aura also does apply to you, so you do get that physical power and the physical protections. It works specifically, or especially good, if you have, of course, a physical based jungler as well as a solo laner, so your allies can really get a good benefit from this. So you can probably pick this up instead of Aussie and maybe like your Transcendence build for your hunter, things like that. So give Soul Eater a try if you want to, spice things up and you don't want to have to use Aussie all the time. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I can get back to a normal schedule soon, as I am still recovering. So thank you guys, and peace.